Hey brewers, Megan Gamel here, self-confessed beer geek. I love all things beer and all things brewing related. I run brewing courses and I'm also lucky enough to brew beer as a career. I started homebrewing when I was at university, way back in 2009, and that was when I attended my first intervarsity brewing competition. Yep, I'm that old. At the time, I was just learning with each brew without much direction, dabbling with whatever ingredients I could find and trying different techniques and making plenty of mistakes. It was only until InterVarsity that the fire was lit that motivated me to make better beer. I am also a qualified beer tasting judge, which absolutely ramped up my brewing and the quality of my beer too. But enough about me. I want to chat to you about how the beer competition works at InterVarsity. Your beers will be assessed by qualified BJCP judges. But what is BJCP? Well, that is the Beer Judge Certification Program, and it's basically a means to a structured system to evaluate beer. It ensures consistency and fairness when beers are judged, as well as a uniformity in judging across competitions. This sort of competition is held worldwide, so it's a very uniform structure in how it's carried out. Remember, your beers are also judged blind. The judges don't know whose beers they are judging. And if there's a possibility that a judge might be able to identify certain beers, perhaps a judge from the same province as the entrants, they will not be given those beers to judge. The program also offers training and exams so that you can become a qualified beer judge, which I absolutely recommend. It is loads of fun and it's very much beneficial to the quality of your beer in the long run. So the BJCP has published style guidelines to help judges evaluate beers, as well as for brewers to hit target styles. There are currently over 100 different styles in the BJCP guidelines. I suggest you download the app so you've got easy access to all of the styles. It is available on Android as well as Apple. So here's an example of what the BJCP guidelines will show for an American IPA. And you can see that the guidelines actually provide a very thorough description of what an IPA style should accomplish. So it covers the overall impression, it will look at the aroma, appearance, flavor, and mouthfeel, and quite a lot of detail for each of those. This is an example of what the judges will be using on the day to evaluate your beer. The aroma is out of 12, appearance 3, flavor 20, mouthfeel 5, and then there's an overall impression score of 10. That totals 50 points. So you should get a full evaluation of your beer. When you put together your recipe for brew day, whether it be a recipe you found online or something you've created from scratch, you're usually targeting a specific BJCP style. Now, something to bear in mind is the beer you create might be brewed to a certain style, but might not necessarily fit the style when you come to tasting it. So a suggestion is to make friends with your local craft brewers, and even better with local BJCP judges, and let them taste your beer with you while going through the style guidelines. This is a great way to get an unbiased view of where your beer is sitting on the style chart. Having people in the brewing industry taste your beer might also mean they will be honest with you about your beers and may offer helpful suggestions to improve it, or better yet, enter it into a more accurate style. Remember, our friends and family will always love our beers, well, mostly because it's free, but they also don't want to hurt our feelings. Please take care when you are labeling your beers with their respective entry numbers. There have been many judging sessions I've sat at where the wrong label was put onto the beer. This will almost certainly take you out of the running for a good score. Remember, the judges are judging the beer in front of them against the style entered, so you will lose points for being out of style. If you have made a mistake on the entry form, there is no way for the judges to know this. This is what your beer entry form looks like. So you'll need to fill in one form for each of the beer styles that you will be entering. And please just don't rush through it, be accurate so that you don't make any mistakes. One more tip when you are entering your beers, the entry forms all have a space allocated to fill in at the bottom any extra details about your beer. So this is where you tell the judges about any special ingredients you used or what your intentions were to the beer. This is important in particular for your African wild beer. This helps the judges better assess your beer and understand what you were aiming for. Rather give too much information than not enough. But of course, you don't want to give any information away about where the beer is brewed, because of course the judges are judging anonymously. Now, after the competition, you will be sent your feedback forms for all of your beers. I recommend you read through them so that you can see where you can improve your beers and also your brewing techniques. The judges are experienced and can offer some brilliant suggestions. I hope this has been useful for you, and if you have any questions about entering of your beers, I suggest you reach out to Chris Roth, and I'm sure he can help you with any of your questions. And I'm looking forward to seeing you in a few weeks, and all the very best with judging of your own beers, and I hope they're all delicious. See you soon. Bye.